All right. We are back up with another office hours. All right, sweet. Looks like we are up and running. How y'all doing today? I think the first things first for me to do is catch up on a little bit of the raid testing I haven't gotten to.
Hello, everybody. My name
Oh, is this it's commentary. Want to watch raw raid testing? All right, where did I leave off? I think I watched. Yeah, I watched that one. Start here. I think the one that just had the puddles to drop. Actually, before I get into this, since it's mythic, it would be a very good idea to open the PTR up. Because I want to get a look at the specific mythic mechanic. That generally, well, usually has the chance to change the fights quite a bit. All right, that is what we're looking at. Go to mythic. If a ray of anguish, so if the beam crosses onto an existing molten scar. Oh, interesting. So you have to kite the beams into the puddles on heroic. I think. Let's see. Let's just watch how this plays out. I think it was beams. Maybe I'm not remembering correctly. Yeah, that. It looks like you have to kite that into the puddles on heroic, but then on mythic. Oh, it doesn't even leave a permanent line. I guess it would fill up quick. Okay, and that's it. Yep. Seems like that's about it. That was quick. First boss. Checks out. Okay. Let's do this one. Okay. I don't really remember what this one did. I think this is the one where the fire comes up in the walls. Or no. It was the Neltharion fight, I think. Echo of Neltharion, I think, is that one. Okay, so that is the ad gets empowered. Marked. Oh, add players that were marked with unstable embers. Okay, so that implies to me that you have to kind of control the debuff. How does that debuff get passed out? So it's a bunch of like weird spread cleave. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. And then the last one, let's check this one out. I'm really just trying to get an idea of the damage profile primarily. Because I am curious. Which fight was this? For shock. Ooh, lots of not actually sure if I watched the heroic testing of this. Or if there was, because this doesn't look familiar. Doesn't look familiar at all, but that looks really cool. This is just single target. Let's see if the dungeon journals ads. This is all just a patchwork type fight. Okay, cool. Interesting. I'm definitely one of those people that I need to kind of see, like actually do the fight to see how it feels. And then I really internalize mechanics that way. By the way, I'm kind of catching up on stuff. I'm going to do a little bit of fire AoE testing with the tier, just see how it feels. But feel free to ask any questions or anything. This is just a mellow kind of ask me, well, hence what the title says. Ask me whatever. Just make myself available. See if I can help. Okay. Direct damage spells, hidden enemy. So let's see. I was thinking about it in raid last night, and I haven't run any sims or done any testing on this, but like I was thinking about it in raid, and if we shifted towards more Phoenix Flames charges, like I wonder, and this, so they crit. Like I wonder if the damage from that, I don't know. It's all just theory. We'll see how the numbers play out, but I started thinking that maybe, not that I'm happy with this tier, but maybe it's not as much of a tragedy as I had originally thought. But like I said, I have no idea. Probably not that, because that's ridiculous, but I'm curious about that. Because you lose the 4% mastery, but, or the 0 to 4% mastery, but you kind of are gonna want to, well, I guess this wouldn't spend the procs. I don't know, there's a lot of stuff to consider. Oh, I don't have macros. Or weak auras. Okay, like this situation, I didn't have the Phoenix Flames thing up at all. Okay, maybe it is going to feel that bad. Because every time you SKB without that up, it's going to feel awful because you're not stacking any of that. But like starting in I guess with this, you could start here and then go, oh, maybe that's it. So it's like too particular for me to be happy with it though. The idea basically that you start with a guaranteed crit, which tees you up with. Oh wait, can I cast? So I have this. Refunds a charge on use. I have to wait for it to come back, which with this means it's going to take a while to come back. I don't know what they did with fire. Are you talking about like a lust opener on single target or something? Because I assume that has to do with Firestarter. Yeah. I've been doing the opener that I've been doing on live when I'm raiding is I've been stacking to 4 SKB stacks and then shifting and then finishing the rest of the SKB and then rolling into the. Yeah, but a big part of that is a lot of the bosses. Well, I haven't really done anything different because not necessary right now, but a lot of the bosses drop below 90% pretty quick. So you lose fighter starter with current gear levels. But this has pretty much been here. Wait, I don't have fire starter. Would not go well. Yeah, if the fire starter phase lasts long enough for. Oh wait, sorry. When you say 2 Sun King's blessings, are you saying just like you start here on pull 1, 2 and go? Is that what you're saying? And not bother with like pre-rune and all that? Because if that's a change, that's a little. I'm gonna have to look into the details of that if that's the case. Ah, okay. That's what I figured you meant. Okay. I feel like it slows down a lot, but I don't know. Let's see on the training dummies that would work. See how that feels. Let's try that on for size. Oh, there we go. That's that other proc. I don't have weak aura, so I have no idea how much I scuff that or not. It's interesting. I don't have that right talent, but that wouldn't change it. Yeah, no, thanks for letting me know. I'll definitely check that out because that feels a little clunky on first attempt, but I'm sure there's numbers behind it. Because what I've been, like I said earlier, what I've been doing is kind of that right when you get to the first SKB proc, been rolling into it. And that seems to work really well because there's this overlap where like, can't remember exactly at what point, but it seems to have really, really good continuity around where your next shifting power comes up. Yeah, no, I'll definitely check that out. I just feel like, oh, I wonder. Yeah, I don't know. This set bonus, honestly, kind of makes my head hurt a little bit when I think, because there's like no clear optimization in my brain when I think about it. But yeah, I don't know. I've really been enjoying fire though, so I hope that it settles into a solid place, because fire's been a lot of fun in keys as of late. Except in Nokud. I think I cannot wait for the next patch, because I've like hit my threshold with Nokud with War Spears. Those mobs are so, I'm the only ranged to really in my, well, I'm the only ranged DPS in my group, so I have to bait all of them. And I'm clearly carried over from last night. I'm still tilted. Yeah, I'm glad that I got, oh, this is PTR. I got a little more haste. It 24% plus feels like it, well, really low 20s, but yeah, fire feels way bogged down. If you don't have this helm, it's pretty incredible. Especially it's super cracked in AA on the tree boss, but that with fire seems to be a very, very good combo. Because right on pull, you can actually get off quite a few fire starter pyros, especially on fortified on high health mobs. I've been surprised about that lately. My group's also pushing up a little higher, but I think that little bit of extra haste. I never got Amos because I got 424 tier shoulders with, or 421, I can't remember, 424 tier shoulders with leech. So I got that early on, so I was stuck into as arcane. I used the pot extension embellishment on a weapon, and then I used lariat. And then as fire, I'm using I don't actually have another embellishment because I don't have a lot of gold and I don't have time for sales anymore. But I'm using the helm and lariat for fire. I have yet to look into exactly how I want to play 10.1 though with embellishments. I know they're changing lariat a bit, but well, quite a bit. But yeah, the what's super crazy is on AA on the tree boss. So you think about every round of those ads that spawn, you're getting that full 10 seconds of that helm haste. Like it's pretty insane. And like I said, it really takes the edge off of generating SKB stacks on pull, having that little bit of extra haste. Yeah, that's the only place that I use it right now. I actually only use, because again, I don't have gold. I only use one embellishment as fire and raid. But yeah. It is really good. That is for sure. What is it? 246 times 5. It's 1,000 haste. Well, more. 1250 around there. It's decent. Only 3 more raid bosses tested? Was that really it? Yeah. Oh well. I am looking forward to some new content, and mainly I gotta say I'm looking forward to new dungeons. Because, well, mainly just to change things up, but also, like I said, no Coot is really sticking with me. And I'm starting to get, like, the way I was describing it last night is the frequency of the affixes, like the storming, the thundering, like all the swirlies, just the constant. It's just like water torture, just like constantly. I really, really hope that Blizzard, even though my hopes aren't too high, but I really hope that Blizzard thinks long and hard about how they want to cultivate Mythic Plus. Like, my absolute favorite thing would be if they implemented a system, and I think everybody would love this, that like it was only benefit. It made it harder, but it made you OP basically. You know, that would, I think, incentivize the hell out of people. Yeah, in general, I think high skill caps allow for more lax tuning because the overall, population of the class is not going to be incredibly overpowered. I feel like Arcane was that way this tier, and it felt really good that they didn't nerf it. So I definitely, like, if there's a skill cap associated with getting the damage, that seems fair to me. Like, within reason, but it's definitely, because otherwise, if it doesn't do more damage and it's just harder, then nobody plays it. Because there's that. Yeah, I was talking to my key group last night, and like, like if they brought back something like the obelisks from BFA, that was a cool affix. If there's so many directions they could go with it aside from just like nuking all of your spare focus in a key. Let's see, since they are probably not testing this. It's interesting. I wish I was better at like getting an idea of the fight based on the dungeon journal. I have such a hard time conceptualizing this stuff. So it seems like the raid's going to be split in some respect. I'm starting to get that icon right there gives me a what was his name? Rygalon vibe. A lot of these icons are giving me a Rygalon vibe. Oh, I'm very much looking forward to getting to some new content. That limbo period where everything's like kind of known but not quite known is always so tricky because I want to start figuring stuff out, but in the past, so like every time I'm like, okay, I know what I'm doing, then something changes. And then I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'll be right back real quick. So how's everyone's weekend going so far? Just a reminder, feel free to ask me whatever about Mage. I am here to answer whatever questions I can try to answer. Stacks, that's what it is. Odd. Yeah, so my regular rotation led to not utilizing the tier set basically at all. Ah. Good old Blizzard. It's all right, there's time. I'm not super hopeful, but there's time. So there's still some hope. All right. I think I'm gonna wrap it up a lot earlier today because, like I said, we're kind of in between patches, a little bit of limbo here. But one of the things that I'm planning on doing is, I don't know if it's gonna be the first or second week of the tier, but I'm planning on, instead of making a guide video, I'm doing a stream, like a live stream office hours guide. I'm gonna try to. Yeah, I'm going to be working on that in the next couple weeks. And the goal is within the first week or two of the tier to have that stream, and then that video will be available after the fact. But I'm not sure if it's going to be on Frost or Fire yet, because not sure which one's going to pull ahead with the state of things at the moment. But yeah, thank you everybody for coming by, participating and kicking it. And yeah, I will be live again next Saturday at 1 p.m. PST. And yeah, as we get closer, hopefully there's a lot more to get into. All right. Have a good one.